Why, hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again. Today we're going to be looking at Finely Diced, an upcoming roguelike that I'm looking forward to. And we'll kind of show off the demo. If you want to play the demo for yourself, should be down in the description below. Go ahead, give that a look. If you like what you see and you want to find, get into the upcoming game when it launches, you can obviously go ahead and wishlist it on Steam. Helps out the developer a lot. But yeah, I just wanted to show off the game to those of who may not know what the heck it is, and yeah, get into that. If you're looking for it on Steam without the link, it's called the Amuse Boucher Edition. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know if that's pronounced correctly. To be perfectly honest, the only exposure I've had to the French language is the Cartoon Network cartoon Dexter's Lab, when he can only say omelette du fromage, and all that, which they had a returning skit on there where there was a Frenchman in a yellow poncho in a bathtub that would teach you French. That's literally it. I totally dated myself, by the way. Any other 1990s kids in the chat? Anyways, we'll go ahead. We are going to do the demo kitchen. I was originally going to have this be me trying to actually complete the demo, which is 4 weeks. Yep, 4 weeks. And then they had this really cool party event here that it was originally going to be tagged as this roguelike thinks it's better than me, and I'm going to try to learn how to cook or something like that. I don't know. Never got to that point because when I was preparing for this, I went ahead and got it. So I don't have to bring you guys through an entire hour of this, so we're just going to go ahead and, well, we're going to play the full hour or half hour, however long it feels, because it should give you guys a good indication of how the game plays, at least in this state. Again, usual disclaimer, this is a demo, and it's not even in early access. The demo itself has been updated quite a bit, so it could look drastically different even a week from now, because it's already gone through significant changes. Anyways, what is Finely Diced? Finely Diced is I wouldn't even call it a roguelike, really, but kinda. At least it doesn't really quite fit that right now. It's more of a, how would we say this? Dice building, set collecting. I don't know. It's so weird. Anyways, what's happening here is we have two chefs, Chef Honeydew and Chef Berry. They are named according to the color of the random dice. And we have ingredients. And some of these ingredients are equipment. This equipment allows us to reroll unused dice. It does not have to be attached in order for it to be used in the cooking phase. But we want to also take a look at our ingredients that we have in our kitchen, and each of these are going to require different things. And you can see the prep list over here on the right. These are all of the individual orders that can come up in a day. Sort of like a deck builder, but not really. And these are obviously our odds of rolling each one. We only have 2 2s currently because this 2 is adjacent to the top of Chef Honeydew here. But if I add another, they will add up. So now we've got a 2 and a 6. So, looking at exactly what we need here, slice requires a 3 or a 4. You can see it sort of right down here. And technically slice in of itself means that it's going to be a 3 or a 4, simply because of how it is. So, what am I trying to say here? It has 1 slot, so it requires 1 dice. Very simple. I gotta roll a 3 or a 4 in order to do this. We're going to make Honeydew our 4, and maybe even our 3, just sort of handle our mids here. And Lettuce here doesn't provide a job, which means that it's giving us numbers but no like job to do. And fry here requires matching values. So if I put in, say, 2 4s, that would be perfectly fine. Obviously, this dice is going to have all of our 4s, and this is likely not going to. We'll get into that later. It'll make more sense once we actually get into a cooking phase. Boil here means that we can add 2 dice, but they have to at least be 5. And this one is saute, which is requires consecutive. So like right now this is a 0. So you could do 0, 1. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. We're going to look at the rest of our deliveries, and this is going to just pretty much give us more stuff to work with. But also to note that even if we take an ingredient that we already have, like say this slice here, which I think I'm actually going to take, it is going to get added to our deck regardless of if we have a copy of it or not. Just looking at this, chop is 1s and 2s. It's not a bad value. 3 dice for 12 coins. And basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to build dice that can meet this prep list, or at least, you know, perform most of this. And then at the end of the week, we've got to pay our rent, otherwise we get evicted from the building. Similar to Luck Be a Landlord, but if I would have said that it was a landlord-like, then you would think that it was a slot machine. I guess dice are a slot machine, in a way. But, I don't know, games like Luck Be a Landlord, Lucky Mayor, and other sorts of things like that, they have a different connotation in my opinion, even though obviously your goal is similar. I think we are going to take this tomato. Even values for bake. I don't think we need too many tomatoes. Tomatoes by themselves aren't really good. I don't like the rate of 1 dice per 3. Same here. 1 dice giving me 3 coins is not going to get me to the end here. 2 dice for 5 coins is also not very good. But we'll go over why I still grabbed like a couple tomatoes. Let's just give ourselves something different. Get a potato in there. We can't skip these, by the way. We do have to take them. Simmer, use 1 faces that add up to 2 or under. That's rough. I am good with garlic, actually. Or a sweet potato. Take a sweet potato. Coriander, if it gets rolled as a 1 or a 6, I get 4 coins. Kind of like that. And I think what we're going to do here is we're not even going to have high rolls. I don't think that we need a 6 for anything. Minimum 5. 3, 4, 3, 4. Evens, odds, consecutive, matching. Yeah, we have no need for a 5 or a 6. So that is our 1. Every time that those are both our 1s. Every time that we roll it, we are going to get money. Which, again, 1 dice that we don't even have to actually use to get 4 coins is great. That's my baseline for what's good. And I might even leave the 0 here simply because it's both an even and allows me to consecutive with 1s. Otherwise, like, it's not very good for matching, but I think that that's going to work out. And these guys can just, you know, saw it off and get to the center over here. We'll get more dice later, and then we'll use more ingredients. But now that we're actually at the preparation phase, we are going to roll all of our dice that we have created. They will appear here. And we have to use these dice by slotting them into something. I can slot this into there because it's obviously an odd. I can pre-slot it into fry mushrooms because obviously we're now setting that up to match with a 2. However, if I put this into an evens, it is going to get rid of it, but obviously we don't make the money because we burnt the order. Currently, there's actually nothing bad that happens with burning an order. In fact, if we get to the point where we're using 3, 4, 5 chefs, it's actually a viable strategy, but I'll get into that later. As of right now, though, all we really have to do is just start setting this up. And of course, we have a frying pan. We can re-roll this if we want. If I wanted something higher than a 2, I could go ahead and do that. 2 is actually quite unlucky for me. But honestly, not really concerned. We'll go ahead and do that. And so we get 6 rounds or dice throws in order to make as many of these meals as we can. This equipment is separate from that because this one allows us to re-roll dice. There's other equipment that allow you to do other things, like, say, cut it down to a 1 or a 2, or flip it to its opposite side, which you then have to, like, take a look at exactly what that would be. But we go ahead, we tally up anything that's done, goes onto the spike, and we just keep going. We rolled our 1 with coriander, so that gets us a good old 4 cash. That matches, and that is our 3 or 4 here. Now, when I go ahead and click this, we have done 2 dishes in a row. Down here, you're going to see this heat gauge is going to go up to 1. And then it's going to drop down 1 because at the start of every round, it drops. But since we are currently at 1 heat, everything that we have paired in the stack is going to gain 1 coin cost because we are at 1 heat. Now, if we did 3, then that would go 2 extra, everything costs 2 more, gets us 6 more coins, and then it would drop from 2 down to 1 at the start of this round, which then allows us to keep that momentum going. But we don't really have access to that sort of stuff with just 2 chefs. So really all it does is if we can double stuff up, we get 2 more coins. Not really a big deal. But once again, we get 3 and 4 chefs, that's really when the strategy, or the explosiveness, if you will, of the game actually starts coming in. Probably another important thing to note here is that once I have locked in this odds as a 1, it doesn't matter for odds, but if it was matching, say, or if I put it in consecutive, then suddenly I can't take this one back. It's locked in there. So that's also very important to keep aware of. We have put ourselves in a situation where we require a 3 in order to finish this. So we are going to just go ahead and use our frying pan. We might get some more coriander popping off. Otherwise, if we burn this, it's probably fine. Like, I would prefer to have the 6. Then, of course, every day we get a delivery and we get added a new bonus challenge. This has to do with fresh. We don't necessarily need to worry about that, so it's free for us, at least in the current state of the game. And if sure, give me eggplant. Are you a seasoning? No, you're not. Maybe we'll do this. Otherwise, I think our plan is pretty much just the same. We just have one that requires odds. It's, again, just over 3 coins per dice, so it's okay. Not really. But again, we have to take it. So what is fresh? Fresh is whenever we draw stuff for the first time, we have this little green leaf. When we hover over here, we can see it's currently fresh. And generally speaking, if we didn't take that challenge earlier, these would all be fresh. Nothing we have currently interacted with that, so I was going to hold that till later. That pretty much seals that deal, so I'm willing to do that. And so this is pretty much just going to be autopilot for the rest of the week, because not much is really going to change, to be perfectly honest. Get 2 more here. This is a better value for us. We're going to go for that one. And odds is pretty easy when your dice is pretty much just going to roll a 1. First week shouldn't be that much of a problem. So we've got a higher rarity delivery here, which is giving us access to better ingredients. You can see that underneath, say, flatbread there's a 2 for a 2-pip die ingredient, level 2 ingredient, level 3 ingredient. Obviously, higher rarity ingredients have either better effects or they're just generally better and are more efficient. This one is prepared if heat is 2 or higher, add 6 to the cost. That's not even possible. Again, we can't get to heat 2 unless we have 3 chefs. So that does not look good to me at all. Just an even 2 for 4, that's actually not bad. It's pretty good. Prepared, so in other words, when this is filled, add 3 coins to other jobs prepared this round. So this is another combo piece. And we can probably pop this off. It's 3 per dice, but if we get it to meet its condition, it actually becomes 4.5 per dice, and that's pretty good. Bonus challenges to increase portion job sizes. We don't have portions, so that's free. It really should check for that sort of stuff, but I'm also not going to get on its case. I really don't have to fit this in here in order to use it. I don't know why I'm going out of my way to do that. Again, it just has to be in the kitchen. So we have a matching here. The odds of us matching a 2 that we only have 1 value of is not going to happen. So I honestly think that we don't necessarily need to re-roll this. There we go. And basically the way that I have this set up, as you've probably guessed, is that each dice or chef is focusing on particular jobs. You can specialize them like that if you want, but obviously I cannot match a 1-1 currently off of the same roll. So it means that I also got to be very careful about where I'm putting these dice in the long run. These are consecutive. Let's go ahead and grab that. So at this point, all of my odds are pretty much going to go into here because I want to make sure that I get this 10 coins. Nothing else really, like technically sweet potatoes, okay. So I suppose we could get sweet potato and boil if we went with that. I suppose that's actually better. Because we're likely going to get an evens here, so that's going to give us another 3. I guess it's technically the same, because we're likely going to get this, and so it's 10 versus 10. So we're just going to go ahead go for the eggplant because reasons. I guess that's even risky, because we don't have a lot of frying pan, and we do have a 2 and 0 on that dice. So this is technically the safest thing to do. Even if we absolutely get what we need. Well, we're only going to get one of these anyways, so there's not even like any use. Oh, that's not true. We'll burn it. And we'll burn it because it still counts as a completed job. We are 1 heat, and so we got 1 more coin for out of that. And that's basically, I don't know if it's intended, but we're going to do a lot of that in the late game in order to get free cash. Especially because there's a lot of ingredients and jobs that actually like encourage you to burn things. We don't need another give me something that doesn't give me a job. Jobs lose half their base score if they aren't fresh. It's a lot of money loss for us, but I'll take it. During the weekend, we get an extra 2 rounds, so it allows us to actually like finish jobs that we normally couldn't because we were taking on more jobs during the week. So losing half your value isn't as like detrimental. There's no way that we're going to get matching, so we might as well just forget about that one. Reroll that. Anything but a start on eggplant. We're definitely going to want to combo fry this time. Consecutive, huh? Okay. Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1. Wow, you really did that, huh? No, that's a waste. We might as well just get this one here. Well, we can't do anything about baking the evens here. So we might as well get this guy out of the way. Getting absolutely slaughtered here. 1, go ahead, put that there, get that fresh. Actually make that an even. We'll go for consecutive on this. It's a bit risky. We lost a lot of money. So hopefully it ends up being worth it. And we're not even going to get our consecutive here. We could gamble and go for something like this. Just absolutely leave that out in the waste. 1 and 3. Perfect. We're probably not going to do anything spicy this time because we do have to make rent. Chop, slice, and mince must also match. Not going into that. I think we're fine, but end of round, reduce capacity by 1. That's not bad at all. We can't get it fresh. However, if we draw it early, we can basically get 16 for hecka cheap. Yeah, I'm about that. Oh, to other fry jobs. Oh my god, we've been doing this wrong. The actual type of job is important. Well, you think I would have noticed that by now. We currently have no fry jobs in play here, so I think we're honestly just gonna do that. I think we do have another fry, yeah. So we would want to combo that with breast fillet. We need you for odds, so let's go ahead and just match a 4 there. We're currently going to get it by the end of the round. Or by the end of the day, I should say. This would be a great consecutive. Unfortunately, that is not us. So let's go ahead and just combo those. Go ahead, take that. Then matching. Consecutive spicy. We also fry mushrooms. Okay. So basically, we're looking for fry jobs. It really doesn't matter which of these we go for, so we'd actually might as well roll this to try and get that coriander. Yo! We did pretty decent. Again, our Saturday was pretty suffer. Monday, we paid the bills. It's important. Tuesday is the day. You know what? I really like this hook here. That's very good for seasoning. So I'm feeling pretty good about Chef Cream here. I mean, we currently don't have any seasoning to put in there, unfortunately. That sounds like suffer. Measure 13 with 4 dice. So on average, we need 4, 4, 4, 5. Yeah, we're not really set up for that. This is honestly totes suffer. Well, we could put a couple 6s on Chef Cream. Dough isn't bad, I guess. Now, technically, you'd want to do this. It's giving us a higher chance of making money. You can put these mushrooms here. And then I want these to be 6s and a 5. It's the easiest way for us to go about that. Probably spinach. And then dough. Just anything of value right there. Okay. Should have clicked that special. Wait, do I really have... Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Alright, so what are we going to do? We might as well match these, in my opinion. I still don't feel too comfortable with, what am I trying to say? Setting up, like, high heat. So we're really just trying to get as many, like, combos as we possibly can. Well, I mean, I'll put that to good use. So then we just want to time these two together. That would actually even possibly allow us to use some heat. Should have looked at which dice this was. It's not worth it. Just keep that frying pan for later. Equals 13. We want that 6 in there. These are both odds. I think we want to keep that slice because that's an easy one for us to roll and combo the fry and the drumstick and the fillet together. So we're going to fry. Going to slice. Going to re-roll this. Thank you. That's an odd. So now we've gotten 4. Which is really going to up our heat gauge. Everything's going to get their price increased by 3. We are popping off. I really like that breast fillet. But we're looking for fry jobs. We are a frying joint. Chop isn't bad. Measure 4 is annoying. If this has been prepared with a 0, add 6 cost to it. 3 faces with consecutive values. So we'd need to get a 0, 1, 2, which isn't unheard of. Like, it's unlikely. Maybe we keep these 2 zeros. So then, let's see. I would like to increase the amount of 2s and 3s we have by 1, though. 7 1s is a bit ridiculous. So we'll go ahead, we'll do that. Then how do we get another 2 here without eliminating? We could shift all of this up. There we go. Now we got a 5 3 3 3. No 5s though. Yeah, feeling pretty good about this. These are consecutive. And also get that tomato slice in there. I didn't even look at what our bonus could have been. Aw, yeah, baby. Time to start setting that up. Actually, do that. Let's get this ready. Oh, baby. Wait, is that the one I want? How are we going to make you match? I'm trying to get this fry as well. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to stop acting like it's going to happen. You do have odds, right? You have 2 odds? 3 odds? That'll do. Alright, we'll take our big money. Das Doubles? Matching tomato slice, get that out of there. Consecutive, this has to be prepared with a 0 for it to pop off. That equals is great. Oh, this is our last round. What the heck am I doing? Guess we're baking that. Yeah, we scuffed something. Yeah, I think we just take the 3 and run. Although, not necessarily. We could still get... There is a chance that we could still saute. I was going to say, no matter what we get, we can work something. Because that's an even. These are odds. Got some cash out of it because we rolled the coriander. Little unfortunate. Heat is set to 0 at the start of every round. Eh. I think we're very good at measure. And that's 2 dice for 4. That's not bad. We have all of our fries here, so if we could set these up to actually like pop off, I think technically we're equally likely to get, well, we're gonna need our 6 to match this, so shouldn't we actually do something like this? Since we have more dice that have access to 4s, well, you're the only dice with 4, it's just highly probable. And then do I just re-roll you? You have a chance of getting a 1. We'll re-roll you once. You got that instead. Well. Alright, this is the best fry that you've ever had. You got yours. Oh, I guess we don't necessarily have to do that yet. We set up a turn too early. Get that consecutive, get that slice out of here. And we're just wasting this dice. We really probably should have just paid that off. Okay, let's do this. Big bucks. Are you the ones with 4s? Oof, you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. And you need to get our 3, which is actually highly unlikely. Okay, this was actually terrible to set this up like this. Whose idea was that? Come on now. Okay. So now we need to re-roll you and get a 3, which is highly unlikely. I want to know if we can consecutive 0 to 6. If it's like an ace. Not that one, this one. Get a 3. You piece. Well, it is what it is. We're just waiting for this 3 to happen. But that's like the entire reason why we did all that. So, get scuffed, I guess. No, we cannot do that. Fair? Yeah, we're gonna waste a lot of dice here then. This was a terrible day. Ooh. Odds. We've certainly had better days. Increase fry portion size by 2. No, it's portion jobs. That's fry. Wasn't this free last time? More fry. Worth 7 instead of 0 when burned. It would cost 2 dice to do that, but that's not bad. I wonder if that technically counts as prepped. So if we burn this, it's actually fine. There's our seasoning that we need for our eggplant. Now we have fry joint. Let's do this. I think I need a 3 here. Or more accurately, like 2 3s. You're a 1, so we could do it like this. I'm feeling much better about that. Getting scuffed by the required 3 was not fun. So having 2 dice that are very reliable, at least 1/3 chance to get 3, I much more appreciate that. Much more willing to use them for matches. Seems like a no-brainer as of right now. Just be done with those. Breast fillet. Six is just so suffer to actually use. Guess we go ahead and put that in the fry. But then we're going to be holding on to these fries for a while. But we do got to get rid of these. Reroll this, please. Thank you. All right. Today's the big day. Why? Well, that's what we get. But you have to equal. I put too much. Oh, you're odd. That'll fit. I need to put a 3 in there. Yeah, we really scuffed this one up. We need a 3 here. 4 for consecutive is great. And you're just sitting here. Alright, where's our best bang for the buck? That's 10. And then burn that for 7. He can't go above 3. We're likely not going to do it anyways. Tokens. Also fry. Having you again. Let's get some corn in here. Show off some tokens. Those are always interesting. So, we do have 2 consecutives, which I believe is going to be our 0, 1s, 2s. However, besides our 1 bake for evens, which can be done with 0s, a lot of ours are matching, which means we probably need to start, like, actually making stuff match. So, this is how I'm going to go about that. We actually want some high values here. So, we've got 2 dice that can roll 6s. We've got a lot of 1s. We've got 0, 0. I think we need... This might be good. A majority of ours... Well, not even a majority, really. But half of them are odd. You've got 3 prime suspects for matching. And we can do evens. 6s are going to help us with our equals 13. And we can easily do minimums with what we got. Yeah, I think this is a good setup here. Well, I can do this with 1 less? Hold up. That's crazy. It's not giving me money, though. Is this technically burning? Because you don't think that zeros exist. Well, then I guess we'll go ahead and do that. That needs to be worked on, in my opinion. Because otherwise going for 10 here isn't really good for us. We can go ahead and burn this. Actually, I want to see... Is this going to add 3 to the value of this fry job? No. It has to actually be prepared and not burned. So these are tokens. They're just free ones that we get, which obviously helps us with our matching. Our odds. All those fun little things that we have to do. 3-4 seems pretty good here. We're obviously not setting ourselves up for the bonus cash there. Honestly, after this, we're probably going to stop because it'll be about an hour. But hopefully this was enough to, you know, get you guys interested in exactly what's going on with finely diced. I almost said slice and dice. That is not correct. Okay, we have no fries and we must scream. There's 2 of them in the deck. That's a consecutive. Might as well get some bonus cash there. These are not fries. I ordered a burger, not a sub. Okay. Okay, we're already matching here. And we don't have the drumstick, so it really doesn't matter if we're... Whoo, that's different. Oh, that's not an odd. I keep thinking that's a 1 for some reason. And they're certainly not matching. So let's just get these odds here. And match this. Maybe we'll burn it. That's our best buck right there. Burning this is technically the same amount, but I'd rather feel like we did something. So I think we finally have our dice set up to a point to where we can actually like do what our kitchen wants us to do. I just want to take a look at our chefs. That's interesting, this little block right here. I can't even think of the implications of that. This would be pretty good for, like, say, cabbage. You put a cabbage here, that would make all these 3s, which are odds and matchables. So I think that this is probably, like, pretty good for us. This would require a lot of ingredients to actually touch everything. This one here, you could have one high value ingredient here, one low value ingredient here, and do like a 4, a 1. And then these can be paired up. Very interesting. Anyways, like I said, hopefully this has sparked your guys' interest in the game. Again, you can look down below in the description and get a link to the Steam store page where you can wishlist it or play the demo for yourself. And maybe you can join the super cool party that is at the end of the 4th week and join the rest of us. Anyways, hopefully this video was enjoyable or at least entertaining. Entertaining or educational. That's your tagline. And if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, display alerts, be sure to put those down in the comments below. Until next time, I will catch you guys around.